Greetings everyone. Today I'm going to be showing a trap that has brought me great success in tournaments, usually around the 1500 level against the Pirc Defense. Now the Pirc Defense was popularized by a Slovenian grandmaster, which starts off with the move sequence of e4, d6, d4, knight f6. Now, this is a very annoying structure to play against because white gets the center, which is good, but also black has this very defensive structure, which makes attacking annoying, and black has long-term ideas of taking the center from you. Now, this trap will work up until I estimate 2000 rating. And the moves played by black here is the most common moves, as you can see here on the side. So the trap starts after knight c3, and black then continues standard Pirc defense theory. They go here. Then you will bring out your bishop, attacking this knight. You don't want to trade it though. And black will go here, preparing to castle. This is a don't know what that variation is, but there's a name. And then what you're going to do before black castles, you don't want them to castle yet. You're going to play this move. Now, this move, you're trying to bait them into this sequence, which they will most likely play. It exposes the two queens, so the queens will look at each other, and it kicks away the knight. Most of your opponents will take here, and then you recapture with your rook. But if they don't, let's say they play something stupid like this first, then you will capture. But in most cases, they should capture like this, and then you'll end up in a position looking like this. Now, I want you to look at black's knight. It can't go there because your rook will capture it. So it should consider somewhere else. It can't go there because your knight will capture it, meaning it will either have to go here or here. Most of the time, black will play here to g4 because it attacks the pawn extra time. And this pawn will be extremely hard to defend. So after they play here, you could go here, but then you lose a pawn for nothing. Admittedly, I used to play this, and then I would try to bait black into taking this free pawn using their knight, but the trap just breaks after bishop captures. So what you're going to do instead is you must have them try to capture this pawn. So I will play this, which would oh wait um which would bait them into capturing with the knight because they don't want to lose their knight, right? And this is a free pawn. Now, after here, your opponent is cooked because now you can very comfortably play knight to d5. Now, you are threatening a fork, which black simply can't do anything about. If they play knight to a6, you simply recapture with your bishop, and then you can fork again. If they play, let's say, king to d8, then you simply have knight to b6 check from your rook, and then you win the rook anyway. So, yeah, then you're completely winning. Also, there's this very weird line where they often just accept the fork, and you can actually then get a mating pattern like this. This is just checkmate. So you need to watch out for this, where you just checkmate them instead of taking the rook. I remember I had a game like this in, oh, it's been a while, 2024 against a player called Ulrich Kuchlenberg. So what we did this entire time is we baited to remove their queen, which is the main force holding this pawn uh, in place, like that you can't attack it. And we open up this bishop to attack there. We needed black to take this pawn of the knight to prevent the bishop from going here and defend this. So yeah, now you know that know the trap, and yeah, this here also a good example where you can play the mating line. Um, yeah. So this trap is pretty successful since the moves I showed here is most commonly played. For example, if you look here on the Lichess database, uh, yeah, oh, castles. Oh yeah, but castles also runs into this. Uh, Here, yeah, it's pretty very the most common move for black. Uh, I've won very strong opponents who I knew were better than me using this trap because they didn't bother learning this line and how to play against it. Now, if you're black and you want to play this setup without losing to white, I suggest you go for the alternative of the check defense instead. Wait, yeah, where this setup prevents the knight from ever jumping in and creating trouble. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Uh, Memorize these moves and it might bring you success in tournaments.